For one final time, we are staying in a Port Orleans Riverside royal room. These are currently being taken away for reasons I cannot fathom. We lost the pirate rooms at Caribbean Beach not long ago, and now these, which came about at the same time, are now about to be on their way out. Why Walt Disney World? I don't understand. But let's take one, for old time's sake, one last look around and see what was one of what I think the coolest hotel rooms in Disney World, but one of the coolest Disney hotel rooms on Earth. Again, the royal rooms here at Port Orleans Riverside. I have stayed in a lot of Disney hotel rooms at the end of their lifespan. I don't know that there's ever one I've stood in and been like, man, it's unnecessary. It's very unnecessary. I'll point out a thing or two in here that definitely could be fixed, and I think that's all they'd have to do, and this would be wonderful, but they've decided to do away with these, and it's already mid-process. So you can still book these for now. I don't know what the cutoff date's going to be. I think by the end of the summer they'll all be gone, but you can still book them right now. I'm sure if I played with the app for a while, I could figure out what the end date actually is for booking them, but yeah, it's probably not going to help a lot of you. Either way, Royal Room, Port Orleans Riverside. One thing I'll say is the air conditioning unit's probably one of the things that needs to go. It's being very loud. The other thing I think that probably needs to go, the bed frame. They need to get a new bed frame with room under the bed for storage. Now, could they do that and keep the headboards? I tend to believe the headboards have nothing to do. They're not connected. They are actually separate pieces. So I really don't get this. But let's take a look. In case you've never seen this, let's see what was these wonderful themed rooms at Riverside. So in the early 2010s, there was an idea to give special rooms to moderate resorts to help sales of certain buildings, maybe buildings that were less desirable. Caribbean Beach turned some of those very far away rooms into pirate themed rooms, and though we have a tour of that on the channel, they're wonderful. Love them. And then over here at Port Orleans Riverside, they did this. There were even surveys of other like a haunted mansion room. There's actual art out there if you search enough. But either way, look at just the drapery. It's beautiful. It really sets it. They frame the like boxes. Although I think this is just gold accents on what is essentially the AC box for all the rooms. We got a nice little ledge here. We have these royal touches, frills. Look at these frills. And then over here, there is a desk. So the theme of this, you're probably wondering, how does a royal room make sense at Port Orleans? Well, Tiana invited the royals. This is where Tiana is royalty. And so it says here, the letter, welcome all. We are excited to have you stay with us. My friends and I have shared so many, when I'm trying to read this and film at the same time, have shared so many wonderful moments here that this has become a very special place in our hearts. As you make yourself at home, you'll discover some treasured mementos my friends have given me over the years. Enjoy making magical memories with your friends and family in my royal guest room. I love that that had to be all caps. Your friend, Princess Tiana. This is not physically here. It's printed on the tabletop, which is nice. There's the Cuisinart, the coffee maker here. Coffee station might be nice too, but it works. Look at these chairs. Look at these chairs. Look at this table. Wonderful. I love the regal Mickey light above the nice mirror. And then we have an homage to the princes, who don't always get respect. Nice to see the boys getting some love. We have Prince Eugene. That would be Flynn Rider. Prince Naveen. Prince Philip. And the prince, which would be the one from Snow White. Then on this side we have Prince Adam, which is Beauty and the Beast, although there is some argument, is that an official name, is it not? Who knows? Prince Aladdin, Prince Eric, and Prince Charming from Cinderella. Some nice decor. And then I love all the little sidekicks in the border. Jacques and Gus from Cinderella. You have Chip from Beauty and the Beast. You have Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather from Sleeping Beauty. You have Genie as a bee carrying his lamp. It's a wonderful, wonderful room border. Over here, Cinderella, I guess, gave Tiana a bunch of these coat hangers, these coat racks. or the stop and drop, if you will. It's wood, and it has the Cinderella coach. It's very pretty. Our carpet, take a look at our carpet. Yeah, the bed, and you know what? The beds didn't look bad before. Obviously, the frame should change so people have more room to put stuff. But remember, in the course of the last 15 years at Disney World, we lost comforters. There were custom royal blue comforters with all little icons of the different princesses. So there were slippers and the magic lamp and an apple and all of those things, and it was beautiful. And then Walt Disney World said, we're getting rid of the comforters, and instead, to make up for what was missing, there was a bed runner, which kept whatever the art was at every resort of the comforter, they put on the bed runner, so at least there would still be a feeling of theme. The beds wouldn't look plain. And then, I don't even know how long it was, maybe 2 years, maybe less, maybe slightly more, then the bed runners went away. And we've had plain beds since, and some resorts have, newer resorts have them, and some, so there's been a dialing back since then, but I hate the plain beds. I hate it. I think it's so un-Disney. I don't like that they do that, but thankfully someone put a towel Mickey. Thank you for the towel Mickey to save it. The carpet has another interesting detail here. The magic carpet from Aladdin is hanging out. There are touches of Tiana, of course, throughout the room. We're staying at her resort in her home. Here we have the frog crown. It looks like the frog flipper, or foot, if you will. It's a beautiful piece of furniture. Now these have, I believe we start to see these on the secondary market. They're starting to get sold, and I would love to buy a set, but I really have nowhere to put them. But it would, if you have a daughter or someone that just really loves the princesses, that would be pretty special to own some of this custom furniture. Snow White gifted Tiana a frame, and so this frame has all the wood carving, like everything in the dwarf's cottage. Little animals. It's very cool. And there's a Snow SW at the bottom in case people don't get it. And then there's a interesting lenticular portrait of Tiana. I know the light's killing it. I'm trying my best. Which light is that? Can I kill it for a moment? Let's try. Does that do it, or was the light coming from somewhere else? No, that does it. You can see it better. I have to kill the headboard lights. Let's do that. See, now it's dark though, so now I don't even know if you're going to see what I'm talking about. So it's lenticular, so it gives depth, so it almost looks like there's a background behind her and some depth to the dress as well. It's an interesting choice. That was another big thing around that time was they thought they were going to start doing a lot of faux three-dimensional art, even in the parks, using just lenticular. I know there were some tests for Haunted Mansion. It was an interesting time. Interesting time. And one I'm nostalgic for. It's at the beginning of WDWNT. Long time ago. I'm very old. The Ottoman obviously looks like the Ottoman from Beauty and the Beast. They didn't give him the tail, though. I think they didn't want to do that maintenance. They didn't want to... People just keep ripping it off, probably. Then, all of her friends have art here. Now, this is a very particular period where a lot of the princesses got redesigned to be brought up to modern times. At least they thought they were doing that. And so, Tiana and Rapunzel being the two new princesses of the time, they redesigned. They gave new hairstyles, new dresses to some of the older princesses, that being Aurora and Snow White and Cinderella down there. But they all got a bit of a glow up. But you could also tell it's a very different era because Jasmine was still allowed to have the midriff back then. It was a couple of years before that was decided against. But yeah, there's all... The other 7 princesses of the time are on the wall. Now, it's interesting that at no point did they come through and be like, oh, we should add Frozen. That didn't happen. Which, again, that would be one of the minor things I would do, is just put 2 more pictures, get Anna and Elsa. And I guess Merida falls in there, too. So those would be the 3 that have been created since... this period. I'm probably forgetting that there's a more recent one. No one else is a princess, technically. Okay. The thing that is the highlight for most people is the headboard. The headboards are pretty special. There's the T for Tiana. There on the with the lily pad crown at the top. And the headboard art. I'm going to swing these pillows far away so we can enjoy this. Let's enjoy this one last time. It's a beautiful piece. And what's magical about this is a moderate hotel. This is magical. There's a button here on the side I'm going to hit. I'm going to hit that button. Maybe I didn't hit it hard enough. I just did this when I came in. Did I break it? Maybe I broke it. There it goes. And so we have the little lighting effect. There are fireworks shooting off, but also there's twinkling lights down in the bayou itself. How cute. You can make them both. You can both go now. There you go. And both at the same time. Should I kill some lights so we can see it better? No, I'll show you this one. This one's on still. The light, the glare. The glare's getting it. Let's do this one again. It's pretty. Little touch, doesn't cost a lot of money to make, but it makes all the difference in the world for people. Wonderful. Let's flip our lights back on. Now, obviously, the outlets are in need of updating. There's 2 standard outlets there. We're not going to find any USB here. That changes never happen. So it's definitely time for at least a soft goods, but instead we're getting rid of these in full. I'm sure there's a fridge here. I mean, we're really just trying to look at that because you're not going to, a lot of you are not going to get to stay in this room. You're just going to watch this to see what you missed out on in most cases. Or some of you maybe to relive. Hey, remember we stayed in one of those princess rooms? Remember how cool that was? And it was. You got these nice curtains going to the bathroom. The double vanity. There's like gems in the light fixture. Then there is a second different wall border. You could see the room's got some wear. I mean, there's some work to be done. The wall border's a little beat up. It's characters washing up. It's the sidekick characters, but they're all washing up. And so you have Pascal, is he cleaning the pan? He's cleaning the frying pan. You have Ray, he's wiping his butt with a leaf. You have Scuttle and Sebastian. And he's getting his hair, Scuttle's getting his hair done with the dingle hopper, obviously, as one does. Then you have the turtles and chipmunks from Snow White. Love it. Love it. Even the covers for the outlets and it's great. Wonderful touch, the faucet. The faucet is the magic lamp. So Jasmine got a lot of love in these. Jasmine got 2 pieces. She got the carpet and the faucet. Snow White's got a frame. Cinderella got a coat rack. Beauty and the Beast. So Belle got the ottoman. Yeah, so she beat out some of the others. She got 2 pieces. A lot of the rest of them have 1. Is there anyone that doesn't have anything in the room? Cindy? Ariel. Does Ariel not have... I mean, the bathroom would be the place for something from Ariel, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think it looks like she got the curtain. Yeah. So the curtain has starfish and dingle hoppers. And she got blue and pink stones in there, too. But there's a sand dollar... So Ariel gave her shower curtains. I got you an ottoman. I made you a hand-carved wood frame. I made you printed shower curtains, said the Little Mermaid. I'm being silly. I love these rooms. I'm just being silly. I love I hate how like white and plain the bathrooms have gotten. I like when there's a little bit of color. I know people see this sometimes. They think like 80s, 90s, but I think it works. I think it's good. There's a ledge there. Her mounted soaps. It's a moderate, so it's a little tight in the bathroom. But all the fixtures, they picked out things, a lot of custom, and what isn't custom is very unique and fits the theme awfully well. They're beautiful rooms. And then I felt the same, the Little Mermaid rooms at Art of Animation. There was a good little string of these we got. And it's what people are on a theme park vacation. If they want, more austerity, if they want, if they want more plain, there are hotels for that. The Grand Floridian is certainly more upscale, and in the moderate realm, I'd even say Coronado comparatively, but also this wasn't the whole hotel. This was a special category, and I cannot imagine the bookings on these are bad. I can't fathom people aren't still booking princess rooms at Walt Disney World. It doesn't make sense to me, so it's a shame, but I'm glad we get to come say goodbye. Rosanna's never stayed here. I wanted to, share this with her. She gets to see it. My parents are in town, so they're going to come take a look in it. I think everybody gets to see one time at least these very cute princess rooms at Port Orleans.